but we don't even know what stance he's coming out on. So I want to just talk about what to look for if a guy creates the open stance situation, okay? So the open stance is just when both of our lead legs are mirroring each other. So switch. See how both of our lead legs are here? It could be the same thing on this side. It doesn't matter who's southpaw or not, but you're creating an open stance environment. So let's go back to open stance on this side so you can see it here. There's two major things that we've got to win, like these little minor battles that we have to win in this situation. Does anybody know one? Yeah, just keeping the foot to the outside. Exactly. So I'll go ahead and initiate here. If our feet are square here, I've got big power here, and he's got big power with his rear hand. What I want to do is I want to step to the outside of his lead leg and create this situation where his power is strongest this way, and I've still got really good power this way. So my rear hand is really powerful here because I lined it up with him, whereas his rear hand is kind of lined up this way. And then my rear kick is also really lined up. So let's go ahead and show that on the other side here. Open stance. I step to the outside, and that's it. That little detail is going to really give you an advantage when you're in the open stance. Who watched, it was Patchy Mix versus Mario Bautista. Did you watch that fight? Yeah. Yeah, you did watch that fight. That fight was crazy because Patchy Mix comes in, this, I don't know if he was undefeated, but champion from PFL. And it was like he didn't know this simple concept. Mario Bautista just kept on getting to the outside, drilling the body, coming up with stuff, blasting the kicks. And it was almost like, dude, you're a professional fighter. Like, just get to the outside and all that stuff doesn't work. But, I mean, who knows? I'm sure he knows that, but he wasn't working it. So we just got to get to that outside, and then there's a bunch of strikes. I really like the cross to the body here. I really like the lead hook to get that space even more cross. And then I also like finding that body, okay? The other thing that we're looking for is the hand fight, because look at our hands are really close here. So it's a lot of like this going on a lot of times. And then you're just setting things up. Does that make sense? So for this first drill, one guy, all he's going to do is just slowly follow you when you get to that outside. And this guy, meaning me, I'm just going to be finding a bunch of different attacks once I get my foot to the outside. So I'm not going to throw any unless I've created this situation. And then I can find my kicks, punches, and that kind of stuff. So let's go and do this. Work really slow, work smooth, but I'm just hand fighting, trying to get to the outside. And then when I get to the outside, I'm finding a shot. Hand fighting, get to the outside, I find a shot. Get to the outside, I find a shot. Does that make sense? All right. Any questions? What'd you do? So now, in order to get a takedown off this, it's still really important to get that angle, all right? So I'm working, I'm beating that outside foot. The other thing I want to know is I want to get on top of his glove, okay? So when I'm hand fighting, it's all about who can get on top. If he's on top, he can slide over and get really good shots. If I'm on top, I can slide over and get really good shots. But other than that, even if I don't want to slide over, at least I know he's not sliding over on me, okay? So we're hand fighting, and I'm getting to that outside. One of my favorite setups from here is lead hook and then find something. So we're here, lead hook, and find something. And then the same situation, lead hook, and then get into that takedown. So this time we're going to work lead hook into the right hand of the body or the head. Lead hook into the body kick. Lead hook into the takedown. So you do three, then they do three. So we're here. I'm on top of that glove. I'm beating that outside. Lead hook, cross to the body. I'm working, I'm on the outside, lead hook, kick to the body. Last but not least, lead hook, step through for that takedown. And you can just get an entry, you don't got to take them down to the mat. Sound good? 1, 2, 3. The last little thing is, yeah, we can get an open stance. The last little thing is sometimes I saw some of you guys circling this way. What would we be giving him? Exactly what he wants, right? So if I circle this way, he could just crack me, or the backhand. I'm just running right into it. So in southpaw, in open stance, you always need to be circling to the outside, but obviously you don't want to get too like robotic with it. If you ever do need to reset, what should we do? Exactly. Back out, and then we can go back in, and then we can start setting it up again, right? I mean, you might be running into a fence here if you keep circling. We need to circle back out, and then we're back on the attack. Okay? So every once in a while, so now I want you to just add a circle out at the end. So you're gonna set up the rear hand, you're gonna set up the body kick, you're gonna set up the takedown, and then you're gonna peel back out, circle in, and then work your way back in. Then it's gonna be his turn. Then we'll work some ground and pound, all right? 1, 2, 3. What's up, everybody? Does your wrestling defense suck? We're here to change that, okay? Today, we are announcing our defensive wrestling instructional. We're gonna give you everything you need in your toolbox to defensively wall wrestle, right? MMA's changed. It's not just the better wrestler that wins, it's who knows how to use the fence that wins these wrestling exchanges. When your back is against the fence, how are you gonna sprawl, right? That is the primary defensive tool for a wrestler, and if you can't sprawl, you're not gonna defend the takedown, right? So we need hooks, we need underhooks, we need shoulder dominance, we need to know where to point our feet, and we have that all for you in this amazing instructional. It's only $5 on our Patreon. We show you how to defend single legs, double legs, body locks, how to get back up when you've been grounded, and much, much more. We will see you guys there. Make sure you get it, and let us know what you think.